Well, I'm here at AGU telling about the work I'm doing on sprites and looking at sprite streamers at 100,000 frames a second. That is very, very fast. The streamers, that is a small part of sprites. They're these bright spots that are moving down in altitude from about 80 kilometers altitude to maybe 50 kilometer altitude. The sprites themselves are produced by lightning down in the clouds in the troposphere. And when you have a lightning strike, you're moving charge from the clouds to the ground. And that sets up an electric field both below the clouds and above the clouds. And when you start doing the calculations of it, then it turns out that the field is large enough at 80 kilometers to have the atmosphere break down. On the ground, if you have a field that is more than 30 kilovolts per centimeter, you'll see a spark, and you all are familiar that when you get too close to a conductor, then you see a spark going on. And this is basically the same thing here. And it starts with some general luminosity, and then from the bottom of that general luminosity, you see small ball-like features moving down. And they move down at very, very high speed, basically up to half the speed of light. And that's what we are studying here. The work, the observations here were done in New Mexico. I'm working with Jeff McCarg at the Air Force Academy. Jeff was a graduate student at the University of Alaska Geophysical Institute, got his PhD, I think it was in '95. And we have been working on high-speed imaging, which has been my interest. I started in doing auroral work, and I wanted to do high-speed auroral work, and then we got into to the sprites, and that's really where things are moving. Now there's a lot of theoreticians that have worked on the problem, and we are now using the theoretical work to model what we are seeing there, and we think that the observations allows us to derive the ambient electric field at altitude, which is an important parameter to try to understand. If you think about why is sprites important, well, at some sprites you have a structure like this going all the way from the cloud tops to the ionosphere. So you have an electrical connection between the clouds and the ionosphere, and that may be important for the global electric fields, and that is what we are researching.